We're going to today talk to Megan from Unitrends. Unitrends has been a great and partner customer for many years. They were bought by Kaseya probably 5 years ago, something. So I've personally worked with them for many years, seen lots of changes to the portal and what they do with their program. So I'm really excited to talk to Megan today about what they're looking to do to revamp for 2025. So everybody, please welcome with me Megan. I'm going to say your name wrong. Schaller? Yeah. Oh, Megan Schaller. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Everyone says it wrong.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm still getting used to it.
At least I was close, at least. Perfect. Well, thanks, Megan. I gave you a brief intro, but if you don't mind, just a quick introduction for everybody. Tell us a little bit about Unitrends, maybe a little bit about Kaseya, and then what you do for them.
Sure. So my name is Megan Schaller, and I'm the Channel Marketing Director at Unitrends. We're a business unit, one of many at Kaseya, and the backup space is where Unitrends is a major player, but Kaseya offers a ton of different solutions, and Unitrends partners can actually resell most, if not all, of Kaseya's different products. So my job is to help support our partners and our internal partner managers and sales teams in ensuring the success of both Kaseya and our partners together.
Awesome, thank you. And just maybe a brief landscape. What does your partner ecosystem look like?
We have a vast partner ecosystem. It could be reseller-only partners. It could be partners that are a hybrid of MSP and reseller. And there is a completely separate partner program for MSP only, but it's a small reseller that might be a 1 or 2 person shop, and some that have thousands of salespeople working.
Yeah, so the whole
within
board.
That company. Yeah.
And you work with like distributors and some of the DMRs and that too,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got a very traditional program as well. Okay. Well, cool. Well, let's start a little bit in the background. Kind of where you're at today and what's driving the initiative to really look and revamp things for next year in the future.
So some of the things we're looking to do is simplify our partner program. So we know that, especially with our partners that have thousands of people working within that sales force, the CDWs, the SHIs, Insights, PC Connection, they sell for thousands of different vendors. So simplifying that partner program is what we're aiming to do, and offer the right kind of incentives that they're looking for and the right kind of support internally at Kaseya. So they know who to count on, what they can count on when they submit those deal registrations and close an opportunity, and all of the different internal support that Kaseya can offer them.
Nice, okay. Were there any specific challenges that have led to some of this conversation that you identified?
Yes. So I think that partner program complexity is something that has created challenges, both internal at Kaseya and with partners. Understanding who your point of contact is, and some of the metrics that were put in place years ago for the different tiers of the partner program kind of going out the window because of our internal sales teams wanting to close an opportunity with our partners. So kind of giving them what they are asking for in terms of maybe margins, and MDF as well, access to that. So realigning on those tiers and what we are going to offer to our partners and draw a hard line in the sand, we were kind of talking about this earlier, is something that we're aiming to do to address those challenges.
Nice, okay. So if you had to, before we dive into some of the specifics, if you had to define success for next year launching this new program, do you have any specific like KPIs or things you're looking at?
So I think that can also vary. It's a little, from the marketing standpoint, it's a little hard to nail those KPIs to one side. But what we are looking to report on internally, of course, ROI. We want to see more deal registrations. We want to see 10x ROI from all of our MDF spend, at least 10x, and more net new closed won opportunities. In addition to that, sending out things like a partner program survey, which we just sent one out this year, maybe sending out something two next year. In addition to that, holding in-person partner events where we can get some of that feedback in person. So being able to understand from the feedback from partners that they're satisfied outside of just the data that we can pull from our Salesforce reporting.
Very nice. So let's dive into a few specifics now. So what are some of the specific challenges and then some of the specific actions you're looking to do for next year?
So some of the specific challenges, I think that most vendors could relate to this, is earning that mind share with your partners. It's really difficult to put all of these amazing one-pagers and white papers together and put that partner program together, but then actually get a sales rep from a partner to look to you to be that vendor that they choose to offer to their customers. So a big challenge is, in my mind, becoming that specialist that the partner can turn to for every time they hear, oh, we need to find this customer a backup solution or a password management solution. How can we make sure that they think, okay, Kaseya can offer all these things and they have all these specialists that they can bring into the conversation for me so I don't have to do this myself. So finding a way to make sure that you're the first one that they think of is a big challenge.
Yeah.
And the ways that we're looking to address that is aligning internal sales and either sales engineers or specialists for different business units within Kaseya with specific partners so they understand who their hierarchy of the partner management team, that customer success team is, and who to turn to and what they can expect. So in better aligning that with the partner, they will eventually think of Kaseya as kind of the extension of their sales team.
Is that the challenge today, is that the partners have a lot of resources, but they don't necessarily know where to go when? Yes. And that's what you're looking to address, is kind of create a center of excellence or something like that for the partners?
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly. Yep. And I mean, Microsoft is a great example of that. I know they're massive, so it's easier to do. But that center of excellence is a great way to put it. It's a great example. And you really do want to be able to provide that to a partner. So they know what to expect.
Nice. And we've talked a couple times today already about aligning your internal sales team. So maybe let's dive into that just a little bit. Give me a little bit of what you're going to work on with the internal sales teams to work better with partners and closer with partners. What are some of the things you'll do? So
training is going to be huge for our internal sales teams. There's that struggle that I know we've touched upon before, where there's the direct sales and the channel partners. So encouraging them, our internal sales teams, to not take deals direct, whether it might be a mistake or not. I mean, it happens. It's not like we're not a partner-centric company, but just addressing what that means for your relationship with the partner.
Love that.
So aside from just that one issue, helping them really understand, our internal sales teams understand how a partner's book of business can really help their bottom line and earning their incentives to hit their metrics internally at Kaseya. So it doesn't mean that a partner is going to be taking any customers away from you. It just means that you are growing your own book of business. So really being able to show them the data of how that can help them.
I love that. So basically giving the sales team an additional resource or tool and saying, hey, here's the benefit of working with the partners.
Right.
I love that. I love that. And do you see, I obviously you do, but tell me kind of how you see that impacting the relationship between the partner and the sales team and solidifying that center of excellence?
I see that having a very positive impact. It builds trust. and it deepens that relationship between the Kaseya sales reps and the partner sales reps, and can only lead to success. I mean, we're able to offer them tools that they might not have at their company, and we can offer them so much support that they might not have. Just technically speaking, we have so much support from our sales engineers and specialists that a partner might not have, because some of their engineers might be vendor agnostic. So they don't have that deep knowledge of all of the Kaseya products.
Yeah.
So being able to offer things like that will only lead to success and help to close opportunities faster and discover more opportunities too.
Yeah, no, I love that. We talk so much about partner training, and I think I love this concept of training your internal teams on partnering as well. So I love that concept. Let's talk then. So I like that. We talked a little bit about that the program's a little complex today. What are some of the things you're doing to simplify your partner program and make it easier for your partners?
Having that one point of contact to be kind of that quarterback. So a regional partner manager is so essential to a successful partner program, and giving them the right amount of partners to focus on, that's a challenging one, because of course we want them to be able to bring on new partners all the time. So that's ever changing, but I think that's something that we're focused on making sure we have set up for 2025. So we can say to our partners, and they go to our portal and they see this is who my point of contact is, and that's not going to be changing. Nice. Or they're questioning who that point of contact is.
Nice, I like that. And that's kind of where I wanted to go next. So talk about some of the tools, including in partner, but what are some of the tools you're using to implement some of these new changes you want to make for next year?
One of the big ones is Journey Builder.
Nice.
So that's been something that we've been talking about for quite a while now, and we're working with Partner and the Spur Group as well to implement Journey Builder along with some other things within our portal. But that one's going to be so major to first train our internal teams on, so they know how to explain it to a partner and why it's beneficial, and walk them through Journey Builder. But it's also going to be a simple step-by-step. Here's the intro to not only our partner portal, but our program. Here are the benefits. Here are maybe the one-pagers that we're seeing the most traction on from existing partners. And here's a training or two you might want to check out. Are you looking for some marketing materials? Check out this campaign in a box that we've created for you. So taking our partners through those steps, I think, is going to be vital for our success in 2025.
I love that. That's what Scott talked to us a little bit about this morning, and I agree. Journey Builder is one of the most powerful yet underutilized tools we offer. So I'm glad you're going to take advantage of that, and I'm glad you're grabbing one of our great partners to help you with that. So
yes, they're great.
Talk a little bit about what are some of the incentives that maybe you already offer that you're going to keep, or some of the new ones that are going to drive some of that partner engagement?
So something we are going to keep is offering spiffs for closed-won opportunities. And we've noticed that, or actually the feedback we've gotten directly from partners as well as our sales teams who work with the partners, is that everyone wants cash. So it's fun to create these big grand prize packages that we've done in the past, using our printing company that we work with, and putting our brand all over a bunch of fun prizes. But we have gotten feedback that they just want a cash prize. So we, in addition to our regular spiffs that we'll be running throughout the year, we are also going to this year offer actually $1,000 giveaway for each month. And the way you can qualify is closed-won opportunities. Nice. And some approved deal registrations as well. There might be a couple of other ways that you can also earn some entries into that pot, but that's something exciting that we're offering in 2025.
That's awesome. I really like that you are taking a program that already is successful, but saying, hey, we've got feedback from the partner to say, hey, we love these fun little games. We just want cash, right? What motivates a salesperson more than cash? So
right.
That's awesome. So what are some of the other, you talked about Journey Builder, are there some other key things, whether you're having Spur work on it or you guys, some other key things that you're going to do to the portal? Like one, I love that you say you're going to put the channel account manager right up front, right? Here's who you contact if you need help or you have questions. Are there some other key things you found that you want to implement for next year?
Yes. So one other thing that we've noticed is very easy to lose track of and to do is just keep adding to the portal and adding options and white papers and one-pagers, which are all fabulous, but we don't have an easy enough navigation for maybe someone who's new to the program, or they're just looking to submit one deal registration and they really don't care about all this stuff, or they just need one piece of material to give their customer. So simplifying that navigation for our assets page, for example, our home page, to take them exactly, to just make it clear to them, okay, here's where you need to go for this specific thing that you're looking for. So simplifying the navigation overall.
Yeah,
And
like
in addition to that, just modernizing the portal a bit, and we're giving our our logo a refresh too.
Nice. Yeah, it's sounding like you're wanting that AI tool that we have no idea when it will come out too. So that's great. We have another checkbox for product. Let's get that AI tool going. No, that's great. Give me just a little bit of sense. The feedback you've gotten from partners in that, is that coming, are you sending out surveys or are you getting it from the partner managers? How are you collecting that data today?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
We did send out a partner survey that we've gotten some great feedback on and a lot of responses. And in addition to that, chatting with our internal sales teams as well as the regional partner managers. So the regional partner managers are really the ones that have the best feedback for us because they're getting all of that from the partners.
Yeah.
A combination of the two.
Perfect. And now with all these new things you're going to do, how do you plan to get this word out to the partners?
So in the past, we've been pretty good about either doing monthly or quarterly webinars. So we'll continue with that, but hosting more in-person events for partners specifically, and just keeping everything updated and fresh on the portal, in addition to a newsletter that we'll send out monthly for partners. So trying to make sure that we're hitting every different way that someone might be keeping themselves informed, because I know that could be someone just checking out the portal quickly. It could be someone who actually looks at those emails that come from a vendor. That's not always the situation. So just trying to make sure you're covering all your bases.
Yeah, no, that's really smart. I like that too. You're doing this multi-prong, whether it's a newsletter or whatever, to drive them into the portal, but then really thinking once they're there, what's going to draw them to come back later, right? And that's one of the problems we see too much is it's just a deal reg tool. Well, if that's the mentality, you're only going to come in for deal reg. So I love that you're thinking beyond that. What can we do to engage the partner so they want to come back? Mm-hmm. Now, I know you kind of said it's going to be hard to pinpoint a specific metric, but are there some metrics that you're going to look at to say, we're successful because we're seeing an increase in this or a decrease of that, even though it may not just be one? What are some of them that Unitrends is really focusing on with this?
That's going to be deal registrations and net new opportunities.
Nice, yeah.
That could mean a new logo. It might mean a new product for an existing customer, or even just a hardware refresh for a renewal. But we're looking for net new. Absolutely. So reporting on net new and deal registrations. And in addition to that, I would say some partner engagement within the portal too. At least that's going to matter more for marketing. Sales will care about what I previously mentioned, but I want to see the page views as well as what they're doing within the portal and what's happening after that fact. So I can look back to a partner who has been utilizing the portal. Have they been closing opportunities as well? So can we correlate what they're actually using the portal for?
Yeah.
To closing those opportunities.
No, I love that. When you marry that data to say, let's look at our sales data and the revenue the partners are generating, and what are they doing to get there? And let's obviously replicate that as much as possible. So
Yeah.
I love that. Well, anything else? I know you put a lot of time into figuring out these plans and that. Any key things that you would share with the group of like your process or what you went into to really put your 2025 plan together?
I think that one of the key things that most people here could probably agree with is when you're looking to make a big change, you really need that C-level buy-in.
Yeah.
It's so key to being able to make something happen, because without that, you're kind of just creating ideas, at least in my experience, without the support internally to get those resources that you need to actually make these changes actionable. So that's, I think that has to be one of the first things that you're able to get. And I luckily come from a reseller, and
Oh, nice,
I
yeah.
can think back to my experience. So I'm able to just put some of that experience into action and make those recommendations based on what it was like when I was an account manager, especially because I really wasn't an account manager for very long. I just was not very successful in the role. But I remember how overwhelming it was. So just utilizing my experience, and if we can make a partner program that addresses day one when you're an account manager at a partner company, and helping that person to be successful along throughout their journey.
Yeah, I like that, thinking the partner first. What do they need to be successful?
Right.
So I want to kind of finalize with this one thought, and you might have one more you want to add, but because Scott talked about it, and then we talked about it with Penny too, getting that C-level buy-in is so important. What are the things that you feel like really help you with that executive buy-in from your program and Unitrends and all that to make these changes and be successful?
I think that it's being prepared with a plan and what you foresee the success of that plan being, and why it's important, and having the data as well to show, okay, here's why we need to improve something for our partners. Look at how much revenue they're bringing in for Kaseya, and we have all of this feedback on the side that these issues exist. So how can we address this, because we need this stream of revenue? We can't just give up on our partners or just kind of not address these issues. So I think being prepared for those meetings is going to be major.
Yeah, I love that. You unfortunately weren't here when Scott was presenting, but he had a great slide that showed the ROI calculations they did to kind of prove that out in their journey. So I think that's great. So very good. Anything else you would share with the group before we adjourn or take questions, I guess?
I don't know if there's anything else I would share. I think that part of our success has been that we get to have these bi-weekly meetings within partner. The customer success team has been so incredible in helping with all of our portal questions. Truly don't have any issues. It's just things that I'm trying to do that I might not be able to action on my own. So being able to work with my customer success manager and the extended team has been incredible. So I lean on and partner heavily. And I guess I would recommend that. Literally any question you have, I send it on over, and it just helps move things along.
I love the two things you said there. Is you said you get to have biweekly meetings, not have to. I love that. And B, I love that you said you don't ever come to me, you come to April. That's much smarter. Very smart, very smart. Well, very good. I really appreciate this. Let me see, are there any questions about what Unitrends has gone through for their 2025 planning?
Talk about the cash, people want the cash. How do you get all?
So we use a portal called Extreme for our spiff payouts, and we have our own MDF budget for channel marketing. So we pay out our spiffs through the MDF budget. So really, it's up to me and my director to decide on what the spiffs are going to be throughout the for the year, what that bucket of money is going to be. So I just make sure I get her approval, and then I can just submit that PO request for the money to get loaded up into Extreme. And
What about from the, oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think my question was the partner's lens.
Okay.
A lot of times partners won't allow
yeah.
employees, so I'm just wondering.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. There are certain partners that won't sign off on that unless we are paying into their partner program, their partner marketing program. So we just keep a list of who we cannot offer spiffs to, and try to work with them to incentivize in another way, if possible. We don't have that happen too often, but I guess that's still an issue that we haven't really 100% been able to address.
Is that mostly then an opt-out? So you just assume if I'm submitting for a spiff that my company said yes, and then you let the company come to you later and say, hey, we don't do this, or?
That could be it, but I think right now we know exactly who we cannot offer a spiff to. So as soon as we see something come through as a closed won opportunity, we know, okay, this
Don't
person's
send.
getting removed from the reporting because unfortunately we cannot offer a spiff per that reseller.
Got it. Scott, are you running into that a lot? Enough. Yeah.
Do not allow us to.
Okay.
So, especially when we get into more of the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, luckily the third party Extreme
Extreme.
is where the tax, that comes in. Yep.
We have another good partner called Channels.
Yeah, that's the number one reason we don't offer a payment solution. We don't want to deal with the tax. It's a pain. So,
Yeah.
very good. Yeah, thank you for those questions. Any other questions for Megan? Cool. Well, maybe next time, at this time of year, we'll meet down at the Kaseya office in Miami instead of in this freezing cold Boston.
That
But
sounds
thank
amazing.
you so much. I really appreciate you being here
Thank
and
you.
sharing your wisdom with us.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Thanks, Megan.